Hello guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at the Victorinox Super Tinker Deluxe is what I believe this is. It is in the Tinker line, which Victorinox always does good job with their pocket knives, no matter really what. But the thing is, nail nicks. So many nail nicks. Alright, let's get started. So, the first tool you have on here is your main blade, which is done very nicely, very shiny and reflective. You can see the little maker's mark on there. It says Victorinox Swiss made stainless, which these guys stain not at all really, but they don't hold an edge too well, but they take an edge super well. They have a nice sharpening choil there. Your blade comes to a nice tip. Non-locking, so for people in the UK, this would be perfectly fine for you to carry. Then secondly, you have a small little pin blade, same sort of deal. This one I keep sharper, keep as second blade and use this one as my main. Then you got a pair of scissors, which Victorinox scissors are always awesome. Like, they're probably some of the best scissors you're ever gonna find on a multi-tool. Cut through everything, well, not everything, but most things you would want to need to cut through. Like, I bet it would cut through this mat I've got here. Hold an edge super well for scissors. And then this one, you have a pair of pliers, which I wouldn't use for anything too big. Like this, I would mainly use for like small computer components or something. I've used this to get a splinter out before, even though it got tweezers on there. Big splinter. I've used this to tie a piece of wire around something, so that still works. You got needle nose, sort of a needle nose, main plier, a little cutter here, and then like a little crimper type thing in the back. And then these guys are just beefy. Like, I wouldn't do anything crazy. Once again, come to a nice point. Super smooth opening and closing. Victorinox typically does a good job of that. And then you got your wire bender, is what they've called it. Bottle opener, cap lifter, and a screwdriver, like not Phillips, flathead screwdriver. Locks in 90 degrees and 180. Works really well. I've used it before. Cap lifter works nice. Not the wire bender, I haven't used that, but I bet that would work too. Don't know why you would put that on a Swiss Army knife or knife. And then you got your smaller flathead driver, your can opener. Can opener works pretty well, but I do prefer the Leatherman style can opener. This one does not have a half stop, because frankly you don't really need one. If you're putting that much torque on a flathead, you may need to get a different tool. And then on the back side, you have more tools on the back. You have a full 3-dimensional Phillips number 1 or number 2. It's one of them. Forget what exactly. You have, and then under here, you have a hole for your little straight pin. I have that. I only have one of those that's in a different pocket knife right now. And then you have the screwdriver, which it's kind of T-grip, which works well for some things, but you're not going to be able to get very deep into, like, for say, you have a small hole like this, and your screw is all the way down at the end. You're not going to be able to do that, whereas if it was mounted here, you would be able to do that pretty well. Not entirely well, it's like a traditional screwdriver. And then you have a little hook back here, which I think is actually kind of a cool design. It's kind of old school, like you would grab your newspapers with these. And then I've pulled open, like, I've carried paint cans and stuff that have lost like the little plastic bit, and that really saves your fingers from getting hurt. And then on right here, you have an awl, which is very sharp, very pointy, works very well. I haven't used it quite before, but I've used it in testing. And then it has like the little sewing eyelet. I just cut my fingernails, so that's why I'm struggling to open these. And then you got your toothpick. That comes in handy when you're at lunch and you got food in your teeth. And then here are your tweezers, which work pretty well, but not the best as like a traditional pair of tweezers. And then you got your little key ring on the back. I prefer to have the key ring over to not, even though this is bigger than I would want to carry on my keys. And then this one is a four slotted tool, so you can get them 1, 2, and 3, and 4 different slots. The regular Super Tinker is literally just this without the pliers. So like all the same tools on the back and all the same tools up here, but without the pliers. This is one of my favorite Swiss Army knives because it's just nice and compact with a lot of functionality. Very shiny as well. That comes in handy if you're in a survival situation. And with Victorinox, you get some nice red scales. I think they're like ABS plastic or something, but they're nice and smooth. One of my other ones has like a little bit different type of scale. And then you can get different patterns on some of them, like Blade HQ has exclusive ones where I'm not sure if it's for the specific knife, but you can always swap them around. Then you can get like third-party ones. Like I've seen people who do some really nice copper ones, and then seen them put really nice like finishes on the blade. Like with Swiss Army knives, they're like the classic knife. Like this is maybe what I would give to a kid, not this specific one, but like this would be a great starter pocket knife and just like a regular everyday carry pocket knife, because you can never go wrong with a Swiss Army knife. Like they start, the cheapest one I have is probably $20. That is the basic Tinker. So it's pretty much this, but without the scissors and the pliers, and one of the other tools back here is missing too. I think it's the hook, but there's that. And then you can get so many different models at varying prices depending on what they have. This one, I believe, was $45. Very good fit and finish. Just overall, a great thing to have in your collection or just to carry on your person, because it's very like legal. Like 3-inch, like under 3-inch blade might be like. Let's just check that out right now. Yeah, under 3-inch blade, uncontroversially. Non-locking, so you're not going to get in trouble other places. Tools will last a long time, and I'm not entirely sure about their warranty, but I think it's pretty good. Thank you guys for watching this review on the Super Tinker Deluxe from Victorinox. Have a great day, and see you again later.